I hopefully have a treat for some of you creative, curious, open minded individuals who are enjoying learning in the Mac Lab. The, um, the thoughts expressed here are meant to pry open your mind to new possibilities. And this idea that life can be interactive and can be an adventure. If I'm wrong, well, it certainly is a fun thought to entertain on a daily basis because coincidence for me is a close friend. Let's go on a little journey. Okay? This is where we're going to end up. But on the way there, let's head back to the Finder. And I'm going to hide everything with Option Command Escape. One student has suggested, hey, you should teach kids more about carving cubes because there's so many cool things you can do with them. And yeah, there is. This is a 9 by 9 by 9 cube. And if you've played around the isometric art quests, you know how easy it is to create this. And there are 729 individual cubes there, each cube with 3 faces. So there's a lot of geometry in this one cube. And then it's replicated through creating patterns. And there's also a patterns quest. And these quests interlock. Let's head over to the quest maps. And here's patterns. And here's the isometric art. And I had other students, I was reviewing work, and they were saying, yeah, we were combining what we learned with master pixels with structured, and others with Shapescape. And the idea that what you learn here and here can amplify what you learn here is absolutely, positively something that will happen if you explore the different opportunities here. Don't get stuck on one and just do one thing unless that really is your passion and you aspire to greatness, not just, I know how to do this and I can just do this every day. The idea is to grow in here. Now, there's a quest in the generative that does not exist yet. And the idea that Shapescape, ShapePlane, ArcWelder, and GeoBuilder now work and we have a way to deploy them, this I owe a debt of gratitude to another student who figured out a way to make it work by not following instructions, doing something that I asked him not to do, but he found something that worked. So bonus. And I can remember to drop some gold in his account, a chunk, because that was a great lesson. So now I'm going to drop this new program. Let's jump over to it. And this program's called CircleGen. And those of you who played around with the generative programs might be looking at this going, well, this is a little simpler than the other things that we played with. And yeah, it could be. You have 4 different adjustments here, and you have 2 buttons. What do these things do? Well, Camden showed me, and I got to admit, I didn't play with it right away, so I forgot what he told me. So I played around with it on my own yesterday and made this. And, click, click, adjust some things, and I had this. And I thought, oh, cool. I wonder what I can do with this in Photoshop. And now this is this simple set of geometry, but now this is a little more beautiful. And notice that I paid really close attention to not blowing out details, to bringing in visual interest. And I did this, if we switch over here, through a layer stack. And I did a few new things. I don't want to replicate and walk you through every single step. I want to encourage you to visit those other quests where I do go into detail in all the steps. And in the CircleGen quest, I'm going to just go over the layer stack rather quickly and explain how I got from here to here. And there are other alternatives, other things here that I didn't use, but I thought, this has a possibility. These blues are a little blown out. Anyway, before I get sidetracked here, lots of possibilities, and it all happens when you begin to explore this and see the connections between the different quests that can play together and suddenly begin to show you, wow, I can do some cool things. And it grows throughout the rest of the year, right? So play along with life and see if you don't start to find connections in the assignments in here, in the quests, in the optional things you have to do, and where you want to head as an artist, because you never know how skills like this can help, maybe even with illustration, animation. You never know.